I have the other half of your heart again? Ow! Hey guys. When looking at long-term rentals, which is more important, appreciation or cash flow? That's a pretty loaded question. Karen Abacha. I think I get it. So Karen, I think that cash flow and appreciation go together in a lot of ways, and it all depends on different variables on which one is better than the other, or if they're both equally the same. One thing you want to look at is if you buy a house in a, let's say, growing market versus a market that has stayed stagnant for a long period of time, your market that's growing might have a good appreciation rate, and appreciation might be better than the cash flow because it just started growing. And on the flip side of that, if you go to a market that's been stagnant for a long period of time, then you might be looking at, oh, it's better for cash flow because it's been consistent. And if you can get a better deal in a market like that, the appreciation's not as important because you got that property for a steal, and now you're making more on the cash flow piece. So it also all depends on your situation. So if your desires and what you would want to happen is that you get immediate cash now, it depends on where you buy that property, obviously, but if you buy in a hot market or a very desirable market where properties appreciations are going up 20-23% year over year, you might go and buy a property that you would never have bought before just to go ahead and get that appreciation in 2 to 3 years and make bank off of it and then go and take that to your next investment. Or if you'd rather go, more the long-term play with cash flow itself, that's an appreciation piece. But if you want to go cash flow itself, you look at, okay, I'm buying this property so that I can keep it for 10 to 15 years, maybe even longer, and I don't care about appreciation because it doesn't matter if the market tanks or it doesn't. At the end of the day, I'm making money month over month over month, and rents seem to go up pretty much no matter what. And it's up to you. It doesn't matter what market it's in either, but it's up to you if you decide you want those rents to go up or not and what the market rents are telling you. A lot of times market rents go up, especially if you buy in a growing market. Here's the thing, appreciation, it's been around for generations and generations. It's been around forever. So if you buy a tangible piece of property, then over time, even through downturns or not, it doesn't matter, over time your appreciation is going to be there. So it just depends on if you want it now or if you want it later. On the cash flow piece, that's all on the front end, coming up with your numbers or running your numbers to find out, is this worth it for me to buy this property at this price, whether it's going to appreciate or not? Am I going to make that monthly amount of money and that monthly cash flow that's worth it for me to buy this property? So then there's another piece to that puzzle. So you might be thinking about residential property specifically, but let's talk about commercial business spaces. So for instance, I bought a commercial building last year, and with that commercial building, my plan is I not only want to keep that thing potentially for the rest of my life and my kids' life if they want to keep it because of appreciation, but also for tax benefits. So you can use that as a tax shelter, and we'll get to that in another episode, but for right now, your tax benefits off of buying a commercial building are extremely huge. And then you also have your cash flow. Although on a commercial building, your cash flow is not normally as much, it's typically a little bit less. You get paid out quarterly instead of monthly. But typically the play there is more towards that appreciation and more towards what can you do to get those leases up and the tenants to stay for a long period of time, so that of course you have a little bit of cash flow here, but mainly it's a tax benefit and the appreciation is going to keep going and going and going and going. So if I was to give one piece of advice to anybody that's looking to buy a long-term rental, it would be calculate your net cash flow. This is going to help determine if your investment property is an actual good investment. So the way to calculate your net cash flow is to take your gross rental income, subtract your payments, which is your mortgage, taxes, insurance, etc. You want to then take out your maintenance costs. So if you hire a property management company, or if you want to do it yourself, just make sure you set aside some type of money for that. And then you want to calculate your vacancy. So I'd say probably about 2 months would be a good amount of vacancy for evictions Long-term rentals, typically evictions are your vacancy piece, or people need to move out early because they're trying to buy another property. Ideally, at the end of the day, you want both. You want appreciation and you want cash flow. And to be honest with you, I think your best way to get both is to hire an agent like myself or somebody that's local to you that can help you buy a property or an investment property, a long-term rental that has both great appreciation and has your cash flow. Hey guys, thanks for joining us on another episode of Smart Moves. If you want to learn a lot more about cash flow or appreciation and how to capitalize on a market you're in, please call me. I would love to set up a time to sit down with you, go over your options, and deep dive into those things with you. So either or, thanks for joining us. Can't wait to see you on the next one. Don't forget, go and like, subscribe on YouTube, follow us on all of our socials. I'll see you guys later. Do it. Do it.
Why?
Do it. Let me know when you do it again. You did it again? Oh.
We already got that.
I know. I'm just waiting for her to kiss me on the cheek. Oh my God.
I know.
I bought. No.
Oh. Yeah, I got it now.
All right, you ready? What is it?
Karen Abacha?
Oh,
Is that right?
Wait, do you know what that name says?
No, I tried just.
I thought it was like Abacha.
I bought you a house or something, but no.
Abacha.
Karen Abacha. Karen Abacha. Karen Abacha.
Karen about you.
Karen Abacha. It's Bouch, not Bob. Ah, right. You want me to do it again real quick? Because it's really funny. All right, well, Karen Abacha. And then you want to calculate that, that. It's like I vomited. What was that? All right. So the calculation goes,